Oh, hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Since you're here, quick question. Why are you not subscribed? Listen, I'm not trying to be that guy, but y'all must not like me. 99% of you do not subscribe according to YouTube. So if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. More videos are coming. Also, shout out to my 0.8% in the back. I appreciate you. Everyone has that one show that they absolutely love, but for some reason, nobody they know has ever seen or watched it. Like, seriously, sometimes it feels like I'm the only person on the planet who's seen Yona of the Dawn. Like, it's a good show. It's got a good art style, great characters, it has it all. Well, all except for, popularity, which unfortunately is kind of a selling point for a lot of people. It's something that you're not really conscious of. You're just way more likely to watch something if you've heard good things about it going in, which is fair. But unfortunately, it leads to a lot of shows getting overlooked, and that's why I'm making this video. See, you guys don't realize it yet, but you guys are sleeping on some heat shows. So if you're the type to complain about not having anything to watch, then shut up, grab your anime list, because I'm about to hit you with some underappreciated anime goodness. First up, I'm going to start you all off with something light. This show is called Grimgar, A Fantasy in Ash. Think Sword Art Online, but, good. Yes, I said that. Deal with it. Here you have a group of kids who are isekai'd to another fantasy world, but hold on, before I lose you, let me explain. It's not like your average isekai. They don't treat the world like some kind of video game or power fantasy where all characters can just do whatever the hell they want with no real consequences. Just really sit down and think about it. This is your life now. You live in a dirty old shack, you got these creatures that are out to kill you, and you just kind of have to deal with that and somehow make it work. I really vibed with that. It's grounded, it's realistic. These kids wouldn't just know how to survive from day one. They have to learn everything from scratch. It makes all their decisions feel like ones that you could see yourself making in this situation. Also, the show just kind of stands out. I mean, the art style is just genius. You rarely ever see shows go full watercolor with not just the backgrounds, but also the character designs themselves. I've always loved that about this show, and even to this day it still stands out amongst all the other shows I've watched. That art style is just damn memorable. Grimgar isn't the most groundbreaking show I've ever seen, but that does not mean it deserves to be slept on. If you have the free time, do yourself a favor and check this one out. Next, I want to talk about a show called Btooom. It has a bit of a weird name, but trust me, the concept is pretty cool. Overdone? Yeah, but still cool. If you like those battle royale type of anime like Future Diary or just recently Darwin's Game, you'll love this one. Essentially, this company invites all the top players from this video game called Btooom to compete on this island to the death. They are forced to play the same game but in real life. It's essentially Bomberman if it had like actual murder and, I don't know, big-breasted women. Think Hunger Games, but all they have are bombs, which does sound a little basic, but these bombs get insanely creative. You'll see bombs that can shield you, bombs that'll chase you, and even bombs that create black holes. It's pretty nuts. Give it a watch if you're looking for something that has some over-the-top action. Okay, now we're getting into the more obscure stuff. I gotta be honest here for a second, as I did not see the second season to this show, although I really did enjoy the first season, so if the second season sucks, don't pin that one on me. The show is called Snow White with the Red Hair. Instinctively, you're probably thinking about Disney or any of that stuff, but let me tell you, it has nothing to do with Disney Snow White. Get it out of here. This is the good Snow White. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is some lovey-dovey type stuff, but I loved watching it. The best way to sum it up is if you like Spice and Wolf, chances are you're gonna love this one too. But just know the plot is nothing to write home about. Don't go in expecting the most extraordinary story you've ever seen. The short version is this. Our main character Shirayuki is just a normal herbalist who just so happens to have some sexy velvet red hair. It makes everyone and their mom want to slide into her DMs, and she ends up catching the eyes of this prince named Zen, who basically simps out on her because why wouldn't you? I don't think I need to tell you where it goes from there. It's just a feel-good show. Here's another banger for you. It's a bit of an older show, but I feel like it's not particularly underrated. It just seems like a lot of people who recently got into anime have not seen it. And that's truly a shame. I feel like if this show got a remake today, it would be instantly goated. This recommendation is more for that group of people who like the more mature, seinen type of shows with darker themes. It takes place in a grim, dark fantasy world where humans live in fear of these creatures called Yoma. They're like these humanoid shapeshifters that feast upon humans. To combat the Yoma, there's this organization that created human Yoma hybrids called Claymores, hence the name of the show. They act as mercenaries for hire, they kill the Yoma, and in return the organization gets their paycheck. The show presents a bit of a mystery throughout the series that keeps you invested the whole time. Like, why do the Yoma even exist? Or why are the Claymores all female? And who started the organization? The lore is fascinating and very unique compared to a lot of other shows out there. I know it's old, but please give it a shot. This anime needs a remake so bad. Please do yourself a favor and do not sleep on this one. Okay, the next show I want to talk about is called Zankyo no Terror. Why did I say the Japanese name? Because it sounds cooler. Leave me alone. The show is about some terrorists, but like cool terrorists. These guys don't just make stuff go boom, but they make sure to get some fresh YouTube content out of it. The show starts off with them threatening the whole city of Tokyo with a prototype atomic bomb. You don't know what their motives are at first, but the story unravels itself in a super dramatic mind game between the police force and the terrorist group. But what's truly interesting is that the character we the audience sympathize with is a hostage who is seeing this all unfold from a neutral standpoint. She doesn't know if their intentions are truly evil or justified, so she has to deal with this inner turmoil of becoming an accomplice to these heinous acts. I don't want to spoil anything since this one is super plot focused, but it has a kick-ass soundtrack and beautiful animation. You cannot miss this one. I just want to say props to anyone that has so far seen every single one of these shows. Like, where the hell have you been and why are you not my friend? Finally, to end this video off, I want to talk about a show that I just recently watched since it kind of had a heavy impact on me after I finished it. I originally watched it because I was listening to the Trash Taste podcast. I know, 2 videos back to back where I mention it. Sorry, good podcast, give it a watch. They started talking about this show that I never heard of called Bokurano. If you've ever taken a quick look at my channel, you'd know that I love Evangelion. It's in my banner, my intro, my outro. That show sparked something in me that I didn't even know existed. I love stories with moral ambiguity. I know that sounds so bizarre, but hear me out. This show is very similar to Evangelion, where it has young kids piloting robots for the sake of saving the world. Pretty simple on paper, but it's what the show does with that premise. The show starts off kind of tame. I mean, 15 kids at a beach, chilling, it's summer, you know, why not? Till this old guy comes out and he's like, hey kids, you guys want to play this game? And you know, they're kids, so they're gonna say yes. Essentially, he tells them, hey, you're gonna pilot this robot, beat this other robot, you do that, you save the world. That's the end. Kids are like, sure, we'll do it. Then things start to get a little worrisome. It's starting to feel like this isn't really a game. It's pretty realistic. This looks like we're actually in a robot. What's going on here, you know? It's a bit worrisome, but they defeat the robot and things continue. But that's when tragedy starts to strike. The first kid who pilots the robot, almost immediately after finishing, just drops dead. The kids are scared, confused, they don't know what's going on until it's revealed to them that, hey, each and every one of you are going to pilot this robot, and each and every one of you are going to die as soon as you finish. Like, wow. What a way to start the summer vacation, you know? The episodes that follow are all about each kid coming to terms with the end of their life, and it's all to save the world, right? So it should be an easy choice. Well, there's a lot of things that the show continues to do to blow your mind even further, and I'm not going to spoil it here, but there are several bombshells that will drop on you and leave you speechless. I know it did for me, and I just kind of sat with this empty pit in my stomach after I finished the show, and it just ate away at me for the next few days. The show did have some pacing issues. It's not a perfect show. Definitely didn't need to be 24 episodes. It should have been like maybe 16, but your intrigue will easily push you through to the end. I know this type of depressing stuff is not for everybody, but I just had to put it on this list. I really do hate to end this video on such a downer of a recommendation, so here, watch Gakogurashi. That show will definitely leave you smiling ear to ear, if you know what I mean. I want you all to do me a favor and post in the comments an anime that you feel is criminally underrated. I'm kind of curious as to which ones you guys will choose. So once again, if you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.
all this empty space between us. Yet the bond we share is seamless. Enjoy it while it lasts. Let's have our laughs with the time we have left.